just in case y'all think I'm being, she started it.
I did not. I did not.
Y'all got me? All right. Well, hey, you know what? Thank you for allowing me to be here today. I'm extremely excited. This is going to be a lot of fun. At least I'm going to have a lot of fun. So, but to get the party started, Pam, don't cheat. Flip this paper over. I want to play a little game. If y'all okay with that. And if you already know, act like you don't know. This is what I want you to do. Don't start now. Don't circle. Some people already start their circle. Don't circle anything. We're going to do like we do in Georgia. Wait a minute. I heard a couple people say something about Georgia earlier. Raise your hand from Georgia or work in Georgia. Where at?
Oh, Dublin.
Dublin? Dublin?
I'm from Vidalia, Georgia.
Vidalia? I'm from Glenville. We homies. We homies. I'm serious. You know, well, there's a little fight. There's a little fight. Does the Vidalia onion, is it a Vidalia onion or is it a Glenville onion that's sold out of Vidalia? But it's just one of those things. But we homies. That's my homegirl right there. I mean, I used to go to the skating rink way back in the day from Glenville to Vidalia. But anyway, we do it, we're gonna say on your mark, and set, go when we get this party started. But what I want you to do, I'll give you a little bit of instruction. I'm gonna give you 1 minute, and I want you to start circling numbers, starting at, when I say go, look, just pen that. No, she was like, boy, she was straight. So we're gonna circle. Starting at 1, then we're going to circle 2, we're going to circle 3, we're going to circle 4. And we're going to do that for 60 seconds. Because it's just a little lesson, see how quick y'all are this early in the morning, how much coffee y'all drink. How much cheap just circle. But you got to start with 1, go from 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. She up there, she's just going to start circling. Nay, boo-boo. Let's say, we're going to do it like this. We're going to circle, start at 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. All the way down to, I don't know, 99.
As far as you can get to.
As far as you can get to. See how bad y'all are. So, on your mark, everybody got a pen?
Yes.
Everybody got a piece of paper?
Yeah.
On your mark, get set, go. Dum, 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 da, 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 da. Some people's like, please shut up. I feel you. Because some of us don't concentrate very much. It ain't no trick. Yes, ma'am. Excuse me? You can, some people like that. Keep it on your own paper. This isn't school, but still, you can't be cheating. All right. Y'all got this. It ain't that hard. This is not a trick. Every number is there somewhere. Man. That girl is on fire. Dylan. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Stop. Drop your pencil. Stop. 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 Some people are like, whoo. They're like, whoo. Woo. What's going on? You know, this is funny. This was funny. There was a couple of y'all doing this. They were like, all right, question. How many people got it? 2, 4, 6. Don't be too bad. 10 now. That's insane. 3, 4. Okay.
I want you to be mindful. I don't want you to trip up. That thing keep popping up.
Oh, is this insured? Am I insured? She's trying to make sure how much, if he get hurt, how much we got to pay. Yeah, there you go. I understand. Yeah, I'm a risk manager too. I got that. Thank you.
Make our own residence in.
Cool. There you go. Hey, as long as y'all fill out the report well, we'll all be good. All right? So, okay, do me a favor. Raise your hand if you got 15 or more. Okay. Keep your hand up. Keep your hands up. Everybody keep your hands up. If you got 20 or more, 25 or more, Oh, okay, let me back up. Both hands up. 22, 23,
Oh, he's the numbers guy.
24, 25. Oh, so 24. Well done. Well, well, that's okay. I did this with some middle school people yesterday, and I think theirs was 36. Middle school though, they're you know they're not as cynical as us. The devil is a liar. I ain't on to none of that. I ain't doing it. This is Telamon. Right. But check this out. I want you to do me a favor. Look at the top of the page. You'll see 66. Just to the left of 66, you'll see a little dash. You see that? Then look down to the bottom of the page, you'll see a 52. Just to the right of 52, you'll see a little dash. That dash at the top, get your pencil or pen and go straight down and connect that line. Just draw a straight line straight down there. Okay? Well, like we're in a Baptist church, you know, say, hey man, would you put your pencil down?
Order my steps.
Order my steps, there you go. Wow. Hey, you know, you can't pray. That's cheating too. You're like, Lord Jesus, help me. Give me at least a sign. Here's your sign, right? Okay. Over on 57 on the left of the page, just below 57 to 57 and 32, you'll see a little tick mark. Across the page, right to the right of 55, you'll see another little tick mark. You already started. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. Draw a line across there. Now watch this. If you look in the center of the left box, you'll see the one in the middle, right? In the middle of the box on the right, you'll see a 2. Drop straight down and you see that box, you'll see a 3. And then you look over to the 4. Not quite in the middle, just go down, you'll see a 4. Then go back up to the right, top box, you see a 5, okay? So, this is what we're going to do. Put your pencil down. Don't be looking on the paper, because I know some people. This is what we're going to do.
That's exactly what I was doing.
I know you were. I know you were. I'm gonna watch this. I'm going to get it this time. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Next, you're going to start with 1, and you're going to X the box. And we're going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to X each one. Now, we should do a little bit better this time because some are already marked, right? Some are already marked. So, on go, not that. Man, look at
I'll wait.
She wasn't cheap. Maria didn't say that.
Maria said, I didn't say I don't know what you're talking about. And she didn't even try. You know how some people cheat on the snake? Like she was cheating on the snake. She was just like. Yeah. Hey, the early bird get the worm. You can't cheat. Okay, on your mark. Get set. Go. What's going on? Telamon is slightly competitive. No elbowing your partner so they can't get their stuff in. All right, y'all are killing it right now. Ooh, I see smoke coming out of pencils. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Ooh. And pencil down. 6.
felt like I was on chalk.
Okay. Let me see, where did we finish up last time? We finished up at like 24. Okay, raise your hand if you got 24 or more. Okay, 30. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. All right, 44. 40.
Wow.
Right here. Wow. So, talk to me, what happened? What's the...
The X mess was, you didn't have to do too much with the X, we should just say one.
Okay. Maria said I was good.
But we knew the sequence.
There was a process. There you go, there was a process. You knew something. And you know what's funny about that? It's about education. This didn't take a day, it didn't take a semester, it didn't take a 2 or 4 year degree. You learn that in 1 minute. And this is what goes on. When you know the foundation, when you know the sequence, when you know the pattern to anything, you can immediately get better at that thing if you put time in it. And again, you don't have to put a whole bunch of time in it. So that's what we're going to kind of go a little bit today. We're going to work on this communication thing. And I love communication because everyone communicates, but few people connect. And connection is key. And one of the things I realized, I've traveled all over the world plenty of times in the military, and it doesn't matter what country, what color, what gender, the biggest complaints and problems I see with people is that we don't communicate very well. And it's not because people are good or bad. I think oftentimes we don't communicate well because we just don't speak the same language. Have you ever read that book or heard the book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus? Yeah, you need to get the book, because I just heard you just got married.
Buy the book, buy the book.
Don't buy it now. Oh, no, actually download it right now. Because we speak a different language all the time. And sometimes, now, if you were gonna go to Paris, would you spend a little time getting your French on right before you got there, or you just gonna show up? I figured out.
Sure.
You might be really hungry and it's a bad neighborhood if you do that. So we're just gonna work on some language. But I wanna go back just real quick because the funniest thing in the world to me, I remember when y'all first started that exercise, it was like, but the second time, and like I said, Maria, she just started. You know, you just didn't want to tell me how many you really got. Because I know you probably had about 40 before we started. I saw you, right? She was like, well, I can't say nothing, but I got them all. But you notice once you got the groove on, you start flowing with it. Imagine this for a minute, if you would. What happens if you, all of a sudden, when you start communicating with somebody, they got you? They knew what your intent was, they knew what you meant just based on it. Have you ever played the game, if you had a superpower? Does anybody ever ask you that question? What would your superpower be? What would your superpower be if you had a superpower? Fly. Fly? Okay. All right, I like that. Telekinesis. See, that's a big one. What you gonna move? Who you gonna move? All of a sudden, I'll be walking and falling. Yeah, that'd be kind of slick. I like move a whole car and stuff. What else? What would yours be?
Invisible.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Sneak up on people. See what you're talking about.
You know, sometimes I felt something in my spirit. I thinking, trying to figure out what we're doing.
Be able to teleport from one place to the other.
That'd be cool. You know what my superpower would be in my own? Mine would be the ability for people to read my mind when I wanted them to. Not all the time. Not all the time, because sometimes you want to keep that to yourself, right? But have you ever talked to somebody and you said this and this is what you meant, but they heard something totally different? And it was coming from your heart. You really meant that, right? And then they give you the gas face, like, And if you're smart, see, sometimes, some of us, somebody give you gas, they just keep going. But you know, sometimes you're like, well, what did you hear me say? But how often do we ask, what did you hear me say? Rarely. We just keep going. Listen to this. I'm serious. I'm like, I don't know, how long did you date or engage on?
About 5 years.
Oh. You just got caught. You did. Yeah, no, I'm just playing. I don't even know this brother. Understand? He might be like one of the 5th Dan martial artists. I will kill you. But it reminds me of the show. You ever see like the little antelope and the Serengeti and the cheetah going? That's it. He's the antelope doing this, and he twisted, and she was like, "Toop." I do. I play it. He like, how do you know? But I really do. I really would like for somebody, when I said something, people would get it. Because I mess up all. I've been married a lot of years. I got 2 daughters, and this is one of the things. I'll tell you this story about my daughter, Rudy. Love her. We were watching this show called 13 Reasons Why. I don't know how they got me into that one. But I was watching this 13 Reasons Why, and I was like, why a young girl gonna kill herself? I mean, what's up with that? I mean, I worked mental health for a lot of years. I understand, but like, there's no, to me, why would she kill herself? And Rudy was like, you know, Dad, sometimes people make you feel like you're not important, like you're not worthy, that make you feel like it's just, well, leave, just to go. I'm like, who made you feel that way? I mean, where they at? And I was like, she was like, well, it was you.
Oh.
Exactly. I'm like, what do you mean? She said, you know, sometimes I'm in class, I bring my report card home, and like I have a 95, a 98, a 97, and then I have a 92. And you'll be like, what's wrong here? Now, what I said was, hey, babe, what can I do to help you get this to there? Because, you know, you're the smartest kid in our family. And I know that you're going to do great things. What she heard was, I'm not very smart. I didn't try very hard. I'm not very good. It's not what I meant, but that's what she heard. She wanted to go hang out with her. She was like 16. And they wanted to go to Atlanta, all her girlfriends, or for a weekend. And I'm like, and you know, and she said, well, we're going with so-and-so, going to chaperone. I don't know them people. Who are they? I'm like, what I said was, no, I don't know them. I love you. I don't want anything to happen to you. You're my baby. I will hurt somebody. What she heard was, oh, you just a little slut. You're going to go there, you're going to have sex, you're going to do drugs. I said that, you don't trust me. That's what she heard. That's not what I said. Everyone communicates, you connect. And so I thought I was being a good dad. I was being a good dad, but I was not speaking. Hey, I didn't speak 16-year-old girl language when I was 40-something. I mean, whole baby. When I was older than her, right? I didn't think, but that's the deal. I didn't talk that language, but I thought I was doing it right. Little did I know, I had my daughter walking around depressed and not felt, from the man in her life, she didn't feel it because I wasn't communicating about it. Fast forward a few years. Actually, last summer we did a program in Sumter. It was the art and science of success, and we're doing it for 15 and 16-year-olds. And you know, boy, girl, and we were at the end of the semester. It was an 8-week program during the summer, and we were given certificates for excellence and all this other stuff. And we were giving these certificates out, taking pictures. And there was this one little girl. She's like 15 or 16 years old. We called her name. And I don't know if you hang around with young people, but this was her. I'm a ex-chief master sergeant in the United States Air Force. When I say stuff, I like it done, right? This is her. Call her name. We'll call her Pam. this is Pam.
It's okay.
This is her.
It's okay.
Right, Nate?
Me, I'm standing over here. When I get frustrated, there's a vein that goes off my head, and I'm getting tight jaws. I'm thinking, this. I'm gonna do all this stuff, spend all my time. She dragging like she can't be bothered. I'm getting mad. I'm turning red, but you can't tell. And then, you know, now y'all probably don't do this because y'all are better people than me. But so I looked over and it got me. She had these big tears running down her face. And what's wrong? This was the deal. This young lady, her single parent household, this whole 8-week program, there were several of us guys and some ladies that were working this program. She said later that she had never had an adult man listen to her like she was important, that what she was talking about mattered, that she can have a conversation. She grew up where it was basically seen as little as possible and heard less. And so she thought that she would never get this opportunity again, and her heart was breaking because it was over. Yeah, I felt like, I felt horrible, right? But I thugged it out. I had to shake it off because that'll get you. What's the difference between when I made my daughter feel worthless and this young lady working with us, she felt empowered because she got to stay with us? It was all about communication. That's spending time listening and talking. So that's what I want by the end of this conversation. Again, you know what, this is a start. And y'all will really get anyway, but based on this training that we had before, you realize we don't always tell people what we need them to hear in the way that they can receive it. And so by the end of this period today, we'll be out here by 1 o'clock, I promise, because I don't want to get hurt, right? Because she was like, because I know
108. Do you 108?
Whole 8 minutes, that's what I'm talking about. By the time we leave here today, we'll be better able to communicate with each other because we'll know a bit more about ourselves. We'll know a little bit about other communication and behavioral styles. Does that make sense? All right, cool. So thank you for that. And we're gonna get to play a little later. That's, to me, this other part's gonna be fun. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go through a few slides so I can get this thing working.
Please don't ask me, I did all.
I'm not, she said, don't ask me nothing.